Hello, Internet.
Hi, Internet.
That's not your catchphrase.
It's the internet calling. Tony, I know you were going to spend your day having fun. Instead, we're going to make you D&D.
I don't
Is that
really
a verb?
know.
I don't know.
really know what fun is anymore. So,
Let's say this is fun.
is it? Let's say
Is that an agreement that we've made? Some sort of pact?
a pact. Yeah, a tontine.
Essential delusion.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah. Hi, live stream / bootleg. We're about to play a mini adventure. I hope you are interested in watching Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know.
If they're not listening, why are they interested?
Well, it's like, what
Did
do
you
I say now that
accidentally
it's like,
tune
well,
to this stream? What happened?
I mean, it's like I haven't started the episode yet. So what do I say that's before the episode? Yeah.
Hello, nerds.
Do I sound like that?
No.
It's okay. I'm a little sleepy. I'm gonna drink this iced coffee. Nothing will go wrong.
I have more Coke Zero if you need it.
I couldn't find any
beer, but I'm gonna wait for
We
the
made
break.
a second a pot of tea, so I still have some tea.
Okay. Everyone's got some kind of stimulant.
I got water.
Yep.
I have water, which has no stimulants.
James, cheers.
I mean, I have frozen lemon and lime slices, so we can get the cream to deliver.
Anything we need to do before we play Dungeon or Dragon? I will inform you. I will inform you.
Okay.
This adventure will start with some combat, but it will be a little bit more talky than some of the other mini adventures, which I think is not a bad thing. There will be potentially only one fight today. We'll see. I mean, obviously, if you go around punching people, there's going to be more fights, but that's on you. So Dungeons and Dragons. Dan, any reason I should not start doing the thing? Is anyone actually watching on YouTube?
Yes, there are 12 people and one person on the audio stream.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Hello, one
people.
audio stream person. We're gonna do some D&D. It's gonna be great. All right. Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a Dungeon Master. Today we are doing something new. We are starting out on a new mini adventure. Today we will be playing the mini adventure Gloom from the Fantastic Adventures collection of adventures, which again, I bought. I think it's a lovely adventure you might consider buying yourself if you're going to be running some adventures for some friends or lesser enemies. For those who have been keeping track of our mini adventure progress, this is the last adventure in the Fantastic Adventure collection. So probably they all die, right? Just,
It's everybody, not just the adventurers. The whole town of
The whole
Whitesparrow
town. The
falls
town falls
off the
falls
cliff.
on
Yeah.
them.
Man,
Does the hand just grab the town and smush
crumb
it?
Into it. No, it
Yeah.
just puts it into a giant mouth.
So
Creepy.
Good Tony
let's
ideas.
let us talk about our players and their new characters. That's right, we have an entire set of new characters today. That's exciting. First up, he is our fearless, incomparable leader. It's Jason Snell.
Hi, Tony. I'm glad to be here. I'm playing Cool Cat, who's I've just heard that Cool Cat has been retired. So I'll play a new character.
Sent to a nice tabaxi farm upstate.
Yep. He's playing his pan flute in somewhere. I don't know where.
I had when I was young, my older siblings had a dog that was a mischievous dog and was sent away to a farm. And I think it was actually sent away to a farm, but I'm really not sure if that was a euphemism. Anyway, pet death.
I actually grew up at the farm where people sent their pets.
Okay, I mean we were in a somewhat rural area, so
that's what you're saying.
there were farms. It wasn't like we were like in a suburb and it's like there's not a farm for 100 miles. So there were farms like 15-minute drive away. So cool. Thanks for caring for those wayward animals, Dan. Jason.
You're welcome.
So,
Good story.
Yeah. Next up, a returning player to Total Party Kill. Honestly, she should know better at this point, but she returns with a new, totally unique character. It's Rosemary Orchard. Hi, Rosemary. How's it going?
Hello, it's going well. I am playing Denala, the High Elf Bard, who may seem similar to a previous character, but is completely 100% different.
Love it.
Jason didn't introduce his character, did he?
I know. I don't know why you didn't do that. That's literally the only reason I introduced it.
Do you want me to? I mean, we haven't met our characters yet, so
why don't you introduce your character, Jason?
All
wow,
right.
Jason, when you're not producing an episode, you just fall apart, huh?
I'm just gonna. No, I'm just waiting for the cue. You didn't ask me to introduce my character, so why would I? I thought we were
You went
keeping
off
that
on a
secret.
tangent about
Cue Jason on
farms.
3, please.
I am playing Nis, who is a lizard folk sorcerer related to a very minor character met in a previous adventure. So
Ooh,
those who are
continuity.
studying the Whitesparrow Total Party Kill lore will be very excited to find out the plan the lizard folk have to use that skull castle as a school for sorcery.
Editor's note, please see the episode, I think it's the Flesh Eaters, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, there's been a lot of adventures, and they all have funny names.
That's the nice little Marvel Comics moment there. Thank you for the footnote.
Yes, you're welcome. Excelsior. Next up, it is a newcomer to Total Party Kill. Listener Will Wagner kicked open the door of us tricking listeners to being on this podcast. So far, that offer is exclusive to people who live near my house. Please welcome to Total Party Kill, Jess Viator. Hi, Jess.
Hi.
Jess, tell us who you're playing.
I am playing, her name is Briar Orahim, and she is a half-elf fighter.
And welcome. You have played much Dungeons & Dragons with me in person. Now you're trapped in a podcast. Welcome.
Thank you.
And last but not least, James Thompson. You may remember him as Samson Jotham, and probably even more memorable, his robot friend Pascal. They've retired. They've gone on to a better place. James, who are you playing today?
We've gone very elf heavy in this episode. I'm playing Nyasa Nightweaver, who is a perfectly normal high elf who definitely doesn't have a secret past, but she may have a secret present just for you, and that present is a dagger.
Excellent.
It's like a poem.
So, and of course, helping me out, running the board, twirling the knobs, switching the dials. It is assistant to the regional dungeon master, Little Dan Morin. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Tony. Should we do a little banter, or did you prepare anything?
Did you write any banter?
I wrote something down. I did not, but I have a card for like a free coffee.
Where is it from?
I don't know. I haven't been there. I haven't been out of the house in a long time.
Okay,
It's an IOU.
Yeah.
He'll make you a coffee sometime.
I've asked you to run your banter past me ahead of time because for quality assurance, and once again, you have failed to do that.
Well, it's two failures today.
Well, the day is young. So let us head forward with our adventure. I'm going to take you all to the map of Whitesparrow, which I think many of you have seen before. But, you have new characters. Your characters may be recent arrivals in the town of Whitesparrow. Whitesparrow is one of these little towns in the middle of nowhere. It sits in a big valley. It's kind of the only significant settlement here, and it's become kind of a destination for heroes or would-be heroes, adventurers of all types, at least as a place to, rest and get a meal before pursuing adventure in many of the dangerous dungeons, mountains, caverns, abandoned dwarven dams nearby. Seems like for a quiet, sleepy town, there's just always something happening in Whitesparrow. And of course, I'm required to mention that the most distinctive landmark in Whitesparrow is the giant stone hand sticking out of the earth. It of course has 6 fingers. Why not? And that it's been there. Let's just get all the questions out of the way. It's been there well before anyone can remember. The town was built up around it because you see a giant stone hand, and a lot of people just have that this seems like a good place to settle down. Let's open a tavern and a shoe shop and a stables and a temple of light, because why not? So Whitesparrow, you know it, you love it. All right. So our adventure begins on a Wednesday, as you do.
Good to know.
Wednesday, it is the fourth Wednesday, which is significant in Whitesparrow. It's the day that taxes are collected, and the Chamberlain of Whitesparrow Keep, one Brindley Ottershop. People might remember him from the adventure Gleam in the King's Eye. Excelsior. A lot of continuity today. Comes down to town and collects the taxes, and it's a necessary part of maintaining the town, and it's obviously not a thing that people look forward to per se, but people are happy to or at least cooperative enough when the Lord sends his chamberlain along with some bodyguards down into town to collect the taxes, and they are on their way back to the keep when a cold wind seems to kind of blow through town. Brindley Ottershot is escorted by his guards, but several cloaked travelers kind of pass just a little too close to the group. And one of those travelers kind of steps right in front of one of the bodyguards, moving quickly to sink a weapon into the guard's throat. The guard stumbles, gurgles, and flops to the ground with blood gushing from a deep wound. The hooded man smiles, holding up a red-stained dagger. More cloaked figures kind of emerge from around him, descending on the guards, slitting their throats as the people of Whitesparrow panic and run in several directions. All of you are there. All of you witness this heinous attack as the guards are executed with hideous efficiency, as the Chamberlain looks there full of shock and horror at the bloody daggers headed in his direction. The hooded leader calls out, "For you, Chamberlain, a gift from Gloom." So, let me take you to a map.
Well, that was a most unexpected gift.
Can you all see the map okay?
Yes.
And yes.
All right. Let me just get our bearings here on the map. Make sure you can all see some stuff. So hopefully you can see your tokens. Please check that you can move your tokens. You can see that there are three, I have called them thugs, in the center here of the crossroads. They have just executed the 4 bodyguards that were escorting Brindley Ottershot, Chamberlain of Lord Whitesparrow. He stands there surrounded by corpses. All of you,
Must be Wednesday.
Thank you, Dan. Have not met each other yet, but I think we're going to see how you react to this kind of situation. I'm just going to ask you to roll initiative.
$13.
All right.
21.
Give me a second.
21. Tell him what he's won, folks.
You may be able to add those to the initiative order yourself. If
9
not,
for me.
You can do that.
Ow.
Oh, you know what I forgot to pull out? Dice.
Yep.
Thankfully,
I
I live in a very small house where dice are always within reach.
It's so weird. I can position windows wherever I want and move them, and I just don't care.
Don't put that there, Jason. Please.
Oh my God, the turn order. I'm gonna move it right in the middle where I can't see anything, and then I'm gonna slide it over here, and nobody's gonna know. It's great.
Listeners, Jason hasn't gotten to just be a player without being a producer in an adventure in a long time, because it's usually Jason or Dan. Today it's Jason and Dan, and he's actually just getting to be a player in Dungeons and Dragons. It's weird for him.
Will I be less annoying?
Do you want me to
annoying, or the
switch?
same?
I can
We'll
just
find
switch
out.
our places on the stream if you want to just take over, Jason.
Let's see.
I don't.
We'll switch.
Can anyone see my initiative? I've entered it, but it's
I can't see it. Sometimes you have to hit enter for it to like really
There
go.
you go.
okay.
now I
This time
can,
hitting
13.
enter did not exit me out of roll 20 and force me
Nice.
to relaunch the game. So
That's a feature.
Jess,
Where-
did you roll initiative?
Yeah. Yes, but where do I put it?
There
do
should
I-
be
Do
a
you
little
see a
window
turn
called
order
turn order,
box?
Yes.
You should be able to type next to your name.
where it says
Click in
0
that-
currently.
Click in
Oh.
the 0 and then type a number.
Yeah.
And then hit
Jess
return.
is an experienced
There you go.
D&D'er, but new.
And what a
roll
number.
20. All right,
Tony,
now
does Brindley Ottershot get an initiative here? What's the...
he does, but he's going to be at 0 because he is
Okay.
not having a great day. All right, let me just run through the order for you and the listeners. So we are basically at a kind of crossroads in town, in the town of Whitesparrow. There are Brindley Ottershots kind of just standing in the middle of the road. Around him are arrayed several corpses of his former bodyguards. He's surrounded by 3 thugs. Each of you is kind of coming from a different cardinal direction to this scene of carnage. There are other Whitesparrow villagers around. Most of them look like those that have reacted are going to run away from this scene of horror. James, how do you pronounce your character's name?
Nyasa.
Nyasa will be first. followed by our assassins, followed by Rosemary's Denala, followed by Jason's Nis. Is that how I'm saying it?
Yes.
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 Followed by Jess's Briar, and then Brinley Ottershot will move on initiative 0. Dan, do you want to control some of the thugs? How do you feel about that?
Sure, I'll be a thug.
How many thugs you want?
Give me 2 thugs.
All right.
Two thugs up.
Play those thugs.
All right, I'm going to put a little dot on the thugs that you control. These are blue for Dan. And I'm going to give you control of them.
My thugs dance.
All right, I'm going to be green thug over here. He's going to be extra jerky. All right.
But good for the environment, so that's nice.
Yeah. All right.
Biodegradable?
Nyasa, you are first. You have seen this look of shock on the people of Whitesparrow. I think you're really only about 15 feet from where this scene of carnage has unfolded in front of you. What are you going to do?
I think my sort of gut reaction is going to be throwing something sharp and pointy towards the green thug.
All right.
Or possibly even 2 things. So yes, I will attempt to throw. So I can throw a dagger and I can throw another dagger as a bonus action. So let's start with 1 dagger.
Okay.
Always start with 1 dagger. That's a pro tip.
Yes, because if they die, you don't need to throw the second one. Otherwise, it would just be a waste.
You may need to keep track of how many daggers you have to throw as well.
I know how many I've got, and I will pick them up as required.
Okay.
Good start. Natural 20.
All right. Very great opening. You remember to roll double your damage dice on a natural 20.
Yep. So that is, where's my D4's gone? Here we go. So that's 4 twice. So 8 plus 3, 11 damage.
All right. You whirl a dagger. It catches one of the assassins like right in the shoulder, and he spins around to glare at you.
Well, he's going to glare at another dagger.
Don't tell him what to do.
Well, I'm just making assumptions, but
You could be surprised.
I rolled a 19, 14 plus 5.
That will definitely hit one of these thugs. Same thug?
Yeah. Same thug. He was glaring at me.
He was, very much so.
And 3 plus 3, 6 damage.
All right. That is not good. You get that guy, you get him right in the chest now. He is whirled around to face you, and he is bloodied, if that was a thing in 5th edition. He looks surly and mad. He spits on the ground, and you have interrupted an assassin who's just doing his day job, man. And that is, you have, I think, invoked some wrath. Dan, I believe it's our turn next, right? Team assassin.
Time for the thugs.
All right. Well, I think, they thought this assassination was going to go real quick. I mean, they executed those guards effortlessly, but now it seems like some interlopers are getting involved, and it's time to control the scene. So far, only Nyasa has done that. So I'm thinking 2 thugs are going to need to take care of Nyasa while another kind of locks down Brinley Ottershot. So this thug is just going to charge at you. He has dropped his curved little assassination dagger and pulled out a mace. And he is going to swing that mace twice in your direction, Nyasa, because he has multi-attack.
Semi-fair. I threw two daggers.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know if you can do anything to interrupt these or anything, or if this is just happening. But
this is happening.
First one, 12. Second one, very low, 6. So he is swinging wildly as some of his own blood is like getting in his eyes. Whoosh, whoosh. Nothing is connecting. Dan?
This thug, seeing his friend, is going to charge up as well against you and say, "Hey, Carden, hold on. I'll help you out with that." And he also pulls out a mace. And now that he is adjacent to his pal, because these are thugs, he gets advantage on an attack roll next to his friend. And he's also going to swing at you a couple times with a mace. First one is a 14.
That misses.
Shame. I'm going to blame it on this app I'm using to roll dice here.
Oh,
Is
those
it?
are terrible.
And the
They're
second
rigged.
one is a much superior 21.
That will hit.
That will connect
Ugh,
for 5 bludgeoning damage as
Yeah,
the
that-
thug rings your bell.
Yeah,
Oof.
you hear some stuff inside you may have cracked a little bit there, Nyasa.
Well, a third of me is cracked off, so
Ugh.
This other
What
thug
is
will
third thug do?
close on Brinley Ottershot, and he is also dispensed with his dagger. He pounds his mace into his hand a little bit, and he, reiterates that the Gloom wants you to relay this. This is an important message. And then he hits Brinley Ottershot in the head with
Ugh.
a mace.
Brinley
you relay a
Ottershot.
message if you're dead.
Brinley Ottershot does not look good.
visual
He is
message.
an elderly old man. It does not look like another hit like that is just gonna probably knock him out, if not knock him to death. So, Danala, you are seeing the scene of carnage continue to unfold. Some kind of stranger, also mysterious, hooded and carrying daggers, has emerged from the crowd and attacked the assassins. 2 of the assassins have peeled off to deal with him, but a third continues to wail on poor innocent Brinley Ottershot. What are you going to do about it?
Well, seeing as Nyasa, whose name I do not yet know,
No,
was
just a
handling-
friendly stranger.
Yeah, the
we
friendly
just-
strangers seem to be doing all right
It's
with
better.
the multiple daggers before. I am going to focus on the thug who's attacking Brindley Ottershot, and I'm going to use my cantrip of a firebolt, which 24
that's
to
gonna
hit
a
there.
thug. No problem.
Can you tell us what firebolt looks like? I don't know that one. I assume fire
firebolt.
and a bolt. but-
I hurl a mote of fire at a creature or object within range, and I do 15 damage.
Ouch.
Ouch. That just the thug tears off his spooky hooded cloak that is now engulfed in flames. Oh, sorry, Dan put in the damage. Haha. I think
Please don't kill the
Dan,
thug.
I did.
I mean, I thought that was what I was trying to do, but anyway, okay.
I went to damage a already damaged thug. Thank you, Dan. All right. Anything else, Denala?
I believe I am not able to do anything else in this.
Okay, you could move if you wanted.
No, I think I'm okay where I am.
All right. Nis, I suspect you are a somewhat recent arrival in Waterdeep, and there seems to be this strange scene unfolding among these, a lot of humans, maybe not exclusively humans, but just I don't know how you lizard folk live, but this just seems like an inordinate amount of violence to just be erupting in their community.
Yes, it is so unruly. Nis likes Law and Order, and just saw a firebolt kind of be flung from around the corner at this thug who's trying to assassinate this official. Nis doesn't like that, and Nis says, "You know what? That's a good idea. Let's try that." And it's an 18 versus AC.
That lights up. You're doing a firebolt also.
Yep.
Yeah, that lights up a thug.
Alas, only 2 damage, because my
Right.
firebolt is not as good as Denala's firebolt, apparently. How's he
Right,
looking?
Dan, you got that, or Dan? Am I doing that, or are you doing that?
I missed the roll. What was it?
2
No, I'll do it.
damage.
I got it.
Okay.
I'll track the damage.
Wow.
That thug is bloodied, if that was a thing in 5th
And he's
edition.
really
Alright.
upset about being set on fire
Yeah, he
again.
is on fire.
Stop
twice,
with the
which
fire
is
already!
And Nis
somehow worse
is-
than being on fire once.
And Nis is concerned about this, even though she doesn't like to necessarily reveal herself in public. She is going to run up on the thug now and use her hungry jaws
Oh no.
to
Oh
bite.
wow! Is this a
the
bonus action
thug.
as a lizard folk gets to do?
Yes, it is.
You just get to bite people.
I do. It's only a 15 versus AC.
That will
That will
hit a
hit.
thug.
Yep.
Well then,
Can I ask where you bite him?
four
Better not to ask.
on the like the neck, the shoulder, where
All
he's
right.
where he's wielding a weapon, and I'm gonna
Sure.
try to do that. 4
It's
more
like a-
damage.
It's like a Vulcan neck pinch, except it's a giant lizard biting you.
it's a gone, really.
Mm.
It is, and I get two temporary hit points from that too,
Oh. Wow.
because lizard folk are fun. Now Nis is like putting herself out there because she's revealed that she's a biter, but She cares about law and order.
All right. Ding dong. Briar, you are up next. This scene of chaos continues to unfold. There's two assassins attacking, let's be frank, another assassin-looking cloaked elven figure. A bard has dropped fire into the situation, and from nowhere, apparently there's a lizard folk in the fray attacking the assassin. I feel like there's a lot of things you could do.
This is very exciting. This is like a party. There looks like there's a thug that hasn't been attacked yet.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to attack that guy.
All right. Do you attack from range, or are you a close combat
I am a
person?
close person, so
you're only like 15 feet away. You could run anywhere on this this thing.
Okay.
The squares are 5 feet. There's also a little ruler tool in Roll20 if you ever need it, but I don't think you need it for now. You can just move to wherever you want to be. All right. So you run up behind this thug. Nyasa probably somewhat relieved that there's now no longer, it's now an even number to even numbers fight here.
Yes.
How do I attack in this fun program?
You can just you can do the math in Roll20, or you can, I think you can actually, can you roll it in D&D Beyond also? You have a lot of options, or you could literally roll it with dice on the table if you want.
I have dice. I just didn't know if I was supposed to do something on the map.
Nope, you don't have to. Nope, there's nothing on the map you have to do. So feel free to just roll your attack.
I rolled a 24.
Excellent. Is that a critical or is that not a critical?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah,
Did I do that right? No, I don't think I did that right. Hold on.
It sounds like it's still going to be a very high number, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, excellent. Yeah, the joy of small math in D&D. All right, so you run up behind and basically just stab that guy in the side with your sword. Do you want to roll some damage for that?
Yeah. That is 2d6 plus 3.
Excellent.
And that's, wow, I rolled very badly. That's 5.
Gotta start somewhere. All right.
Better than 0.
Dan, did this thug get hit by somebody else?
I just gave him the damage because I can also do that.
Haha. You can also do that. I'm like, the thug is not at full health. All right, Briar, anything else?
No, I think that's all I can do.
All right. Brindley Ottershot. I think probably, Dan, your options are cower or collapse or mutter as a bonus action.
Ooh. Well, what if I cower as my main action and then mutter as my bonus action?
All right. Can we get a little sound of what that mutter sounds like?
Absolutely. The Whitesparrow family will not stand for this kind of behavior. That's the muttering.
I'm gonna move the people of Whitesparrow on go after Brindley and basically scatter. Yeah. So they're just
the four of us are like, well, was hoping there was a fifth adventurer there, but guess not.
Nope. Anyone? You look like a likely adventurer.
Are you a bard? Oh no,
just a farmhand.
Farmer. Yeah.
Yep.
I thought that was a guitar. It's a rake. Sorry.
Yep. That guy, barback. That guy, day laborer. That guy, potterer. Nope.
I love
Nyasa,
pottery.
we are back around to you. You and Briar are in the mix with two thugs that have come to murder you. What would you like to do?
Well, I believe since the green thug is within 5 feet of another enemy.
Totally.
I get to do a sneak attack. Doesn't seem like it would be very sneaky, but that's what the rules say.
I think the idea is that basically now that it's a little bit more chaotic of a fight with Briar there helping you, you can Briar's pulling a little bit of attention from that thug. So
let's see if it actually works in the first place before I commit myself to using a special thing. So I have rolled 20.
That definitely hits a thug.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Well, let's save the surprise attack for possibly the second
I
dagger.
don't think there's any reason you don't want to just use
Are
it
we
now.
talking surprise dagger or sneak attack? This is a different assassin thing.
Sneak attack. Well, it was a question of whether I save to do the extra damage to the one that is less bloodied.
Oh,
So,
I see.
I have done 6 damage to Green Thug.
All right. He is not having a good day.
Then I shall also add the another 4.
He is having a worse day, but still alive.
And then I shall throw another dagger.
Are you throwing these or just stabbing him? He is right in front of
Are
you.
you throwing
Well,
out?
okay.
Are you just like getting rid of extra daggers? You've got too many. Look,
Yeah.
You know, they weigh you
hold
down.
this. Hold this.
Well,
Point
really,
the
if
head first.
you're making a throwing motion and you just continue on, it becomes a
Yeah.
stab.
It's
So,
either
important.
way.
It's important to follow through.
Yes.
Did you accidentally buy the heavy daggers, James? You want?
No, it's just I have so many, like, sort of tucked into little pouches all around my armor. It's kind of, you know.
So that's
All right,
what that
let's-
clicking sound was.
Yeah.
Yes. It's bad for stealth, I can tell you.
Yeah. You just sound like a bag of silverware being tossed down the stairs.
I have rolled a 16.
That hits.
And then I do 5 damage.
All right, the thug goes down. I believe he was stabbed or hit by a dagger from you like 7 times. So he is
Looks like a
just
pincushion.
peppered with holes. Yeah, and hits the ground. Several of your daggers are still in him, I believe.
I will retrieve them as the time is right.
All right. So I suspect that is your whole turn unless you want to move.
I think I will stay where I am because there's
All right.
advantages to being next to people.
Excellent. Dan, Team Thug is next. James killed my thug, so your thugs are all that's left.
Oh well. This thug is conflicted because this thug saw Nyasa just kill his thug buddy, but Briar's also standing right there. But Nyasa,
Who attacked him?
yeah,
With a big sword.
it's true. That makes it scarier, though. All right, Thug will whirl on Briar and attempt to hit her twice with a mace. Let's see how that goes for our friend.
No longer have his advantage now that
Not
you're
a
still
friend.
thug.
That's right,
Yeah.
no advantage. That is a, hold on one second. I'll reroll since I rolled that with advantage. That is a pitiful 7, which I don't think hits.
Nope.
Let's try for our second attack. That's even worse. So wildly starts swinging with the mace. And you're like, oh, he was my friend. His tears streaming down his face, and it just doesn't seem like
Tragic.
his heart's in it. No luck. The
Aw,
other
poor
thug
baby.
over here has been bitten,
And
Set
double
on fire
fire
twice.
double fireballed,
but
and
it's
then bitten.
really the biting that's like gotten
yeah.
his attention.
Especially in that order, like if you had been bitten and then the fire like cauterized.
Now
and
you feel like
disinfected the
you're
wound.
yeah, you're cooking him first, and then
Yeah.
I don't need
Bite-
raw thug, please.
bitten from behind while
no.
in an assassination
Yikes.
attempt. So yeah,
Yeah. So we'll attempt to swing his mace at Nis there, starting with a 10, which I'm
Nope.
guessing does not hit, and a 15.
a 15 is my armor class.
Oh, thanks, Dice by Peacock. You finally came through for me. 5 bludgeoning damage as the mace takes you right in the guts.
All right,
How you doing, Ness?
fine. Oh, I had my two temporary hit points, so I'm only down 3. So
Okay.
I'm okay.
Temporary in that they're gone now.
Yeah, they're sadly temporary.
Easy come, easy go.
All done, Dan?
Yeah, those were all of our thugs.
All right, Denala. Two assailants still remain.
All right. I mean, Brindley Ottershot is still next to the thug, and I presume that we're still supposed to be saving him, and he doesn't seem like he's doing very well. So I'm going to repeat my firebolt on the same thug that was previously set on fire twice and then bitten.
Yeah.
And so I unfortunately roll a 9 to hit.
A 9 will not hit the thug. The thug ducks as your bolt lights up a bale of hay perched in one of the shops next door.
Oops,
And
sorry.
that's how the town burned down.
Watch where you're throwing that flame, yells the thug.
Says, and the local straw merchant.
This is my finest straw.
That's why you leave it up front.
Burn it, you buy it.
That was
That's the
my
money.
last straw.
Oh, that's your money straw. All right, Denala, anything else?
No, unfortunately. Well, actually, no, I take that back. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to move up here.
All right.
So, done.
You are now part of the problem. So, Nis.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
All right. Is this thug wearing metal armor?
No.
Is he wearing?
I think
metal
leather,
armor?
actually.
Yeah,
based
he's
on-
wearing leather armor.
That's too bad. I still will reach out for him. Now, having bitten him, I will now reach out with a little lightning coming from my hand. And that is a 23.
Dear.
It's not good. Not good
Yeah.
for thugs.
So lightning flies out of my hand as I reach toward the thug and touch him for 8 damage.
All right,
That's
Dan, you got that? That's
I
very
got
bad
it.
for him.
It's very bad. He's looking a little crispy. A little roasted, toasted, and fried.
It's okay. We'll saute him next.
And can I have movement, but that's all. And he would do an opportunity attack. So I guess I
He
just
would.
need to stay here.
Unless you really want, I mean, it might be worth it to you as a sorcerer to get away. I haven't figured out, and this is a new type of character for me in that I'm used to sorcerers hanging out in the back, and you ran up and bit someone round
Well,
one.
Sorcerers are
so-
pretty
You know,
tough, actually. Sorcerers are
I'm
tough.
gonna say the concern was that he was gonna
Murder a
finish
guy.
Ottershot, and when we double hit him and he still didn't go down, I think that Nis decided she needed to get
Mhm.
up there and do the extra attack.
All right.
But yeah, you know what? Nis is gonna back off and
Oh.
take the opportunity attack.
All right. Wow. Seeing the opportunity, he swings out with his mace and gets a 14, which I think we established is not enough to hit you.
You've missed Nis.
Yeah.
Wow, this is tough for a sorcerer. I'm used to a 14. hitting a
Sorcerers
lot
are
of-
actually pretty tough as far as
Wizard
spellcasting
types.
classes go. Wizards
All
less
right.
powerful than sorcerers.
Wizards frail and made of balsa wood. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Briar, you're next. You and Nyasa are now outnumbering this one thug here, but there is that other thug threatening Brindley Ottershot. The world is yours.
I think I'm going to continue on with this thug that I've got in my sight.
Thug in the hand.
I did not roll very well. That's 11.
I think that actually hits a thug.
Yeah, it does. That is
Wow.
the armor class of a thug. You found the number.
Nice. And then 13.
Woof.
Wow, that's pretty good fighter damage. All right, Dan, you got that?
I got it.
I think that thug is pretty not doing so great. If bloodied was a thing, he'd be bloodied. I don't know why I keep saying it.
Yeah, I don't know either. We've accepted it's a home rule. It's a house rule. We
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
keep bloodied. So we can just
It
say
is
it.
one
We don't
of
have
the
to
things that you look
apologize to
bloody.
anybody.
I know, but rules lawyers are writing their emails to me now.
Someone
I
at
let
Wizards of the
bloodies
Coast
was-
is very upset. They're like,
You've
bloodied's
decided
the-"
that below half hit points, you will describe the character
Yeah,
using
as-
the description of bloodied, which has
Adjective.
nothing to do
Yeah.
with the 4th edition rule of
Yeah.
bloodied, except it's the same.
I think it is a
Coincidence.
convenient way to suggest that someone is severely injured. So that's what I'm
Yeah.
doing. Briar, anything else?
Nope, I'll stay there.
All right, Brindley Ottershot, you are still in trouble. There's still a thug looming over you, though that thug is himself having not a great day. Do you want to try and do something?
Yeah, could Brindley Ottershot? First of all, he's prone, I think.
Yeah,
So first, I think he'll. Could he use his action? To
he was cowering.
Can he use his action to disengage and then try to crawl away?
Yeah, I'll give you. How about Brindley Ottershot takes like 10 feet of movement?
Okay. I will need power, or you will need to move Brindley Ottershot. I have no.
Which direction you want to go?
Towards.
We're away from all the people.
Yeah,
probably,
away from
right?
the thugs. So either probably north or south towards Denala.
All right.
crawling
right.
towards that building.
Brindley kind of,
Dun.
yeah.
I
Brindley
don't make a
kind of,
great
like,
shield,
and
I
he
have to say.
and he has to like crawl on his like hands and knees past the murdered body of one of his bodyguards. That
Oh,
like, you know, you
dear.
can see his face goes white. Yeah, it's not.
That's
This is
most
this is
unfortunate.
this is as far as Wednesdays go, not a great one. Nyasa, one thug still remains there, not having a great day, as you and Briar are slowly murdering him.
I think he's going to have a much worse day. Reaching for the daggers that I have about my person, I will attempt to stab him with one. And I have rolled 9 plus 5, so 14.
That hits.
And does 6 damage. And if that doesn't kill him,
It does not.
It just makes him stronger.
does another 5 damage.
I think, Dan, are you noting that? He just took 11 damage total, I believe.
Yep.
I think he is badly, badly wounded, but somehow still alive.
I then have a second action of throwing another dagger at him.
All right.
How many
Daggers don't... Yeah, how many problems are you going to solve with daggers today, James?
I think I can solve almost any problem with a dagger.
Well, not a dagger. A dagger doesn't seem to do a lot, but 7 daggers.
I think we're up to 9 now, right? Because it was 7 last time.
When he's just stabbing, you can reuse them. It's the throwing that kind of,
Yes.
you know.
But they're all like got my initials on them, so they are mine, and I will be collecting.
I'm sorry.
them.
Do they have an address? Are you a spooky
You're an
assassin
assassin who
with
gives out their initials.
with a return address? Yeah.
It's called a
Self-addressed-
calling card, Dan, and I'm not
There's
an
a
assassin.
self-addressed stamped envelope attached to each one on the hilt, like with a little piece of tape.
If found, please look after this
It's like
dagger.
is it a literal calling card, like the ones they put down on the little silver salvers and those little period dramas?
If you need
little
somebody
corner.
stabbed with a dagger, call me now.
Yeah.
Look how effective I am. P.S. Not an assassin.
You did murder someone, like we just saw that.
I rolled 21.
Are these non-lethal dagger attacks? Did you forget to mention that? You're using the hilt.
I think it's only. I think it's technically only assassination if you're paid to do it.
Okay,
If you're
so
just
these are-
doing it,
No, you can do it
This
for a
is-
cause. You can do it for a cause.
well,
this
I
is
don't know
just
what the
hobby.
cause is.
This is
I'm
hobby.
just-
Your cause is
hobby murder.
confusion.
Yeah, there's a strict difference between assassination and hobby murdering, which is
Yes,
what he's doing
like,
now.
The assassination unions. Like this is you can't do
Guild,
this.
the Assassin's Guild.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. You've hit, James. You need only roll damage.
I have done 5 damage.
That's enough.
Dan, yeah, things are bad for that thug.
What
When I
doesn't
say
kill
bad,
him
I
makes
mean
him stronger, but what does kill him actually kills him.
He hits the ground with several sword wounds and dagger wounds in him. Nyasa, since you are no longer like face to face with a thug, I would allow you as a bonus action to scoop up all your daggers.
Thank you. I do that thing.
All right.
Except one, which will be traced back to you, and you'll be accused of murder. Tragic.
Dan, it is team thug.
Oh boy.
We have one thug left who is very badly wounded, and I think there's important decisions to be made for this thug. I could
Life
imagine him running
decisions.
away. I could imagine him taking one last shot at Brindley Ottershot. I could imagine him trying to deal with one of these interlopers. How are you feeling?
Well, he might, under other circumstances, it seems like he might be inclined to run away, but a lot of his exits are blocked.
It's true.
But I think he feels outmatched and outnumbered, so I think he's going to head towards Brindley Ottershot and attempt
All
to
right.
sort of like grab him by the scruff of his robes and, attempt to maybe
grab him, use him as a human shield.
Yeah. So he's gonna like swing around and like.
All right. So that assassin is he has grappled Brindley Ottershot, which would probably make a variety of attacks against him challenging, especially if you are trying to say not set Brindley Ottershot on fire. Dan, does that thug want to say anything menacing to the our adventurers?
So you won't stop me. I will never go back. I am going to give them what is due to them.
Denala.
All right. I'm slightly concerned about potentially setting Brindley Aldershot on fire.
So is Brindley Ottershot.
Just a little bit, though.
As my firebolt has previously gone astray. So I'm gonna skip the firebolt. And I'm gonna go with a nice round of vicious mockery.
Yeah, I feel like it's really hard to misfire a vicious mockery.
It is very hard. Yeah. So I'm gonna be doing 3 damage with the words, "You're such a coward and a loser."
What kind of? That's a wisdom saving throw, I believe.
Yes, it is.
I only like assassins who succeed at assassinating things, not
Exactly.
losers like you.
All right. Thugs,
Exactly.
you may be surprised to hear thugs not particularly wise. Or you might not be. That thug rolled an 18.
Oh, well, that thug's insult just sort of bounces off of him then because
I
I
It's
am
really
confident
well.
in my thug lifestyle. I am very comfortable with everything I have decided to do. You can't make me feel ashamed about it. I know who I am.
you say so.
All right. Denala, anything else?
Yeah, I am going to just move up a little bit more and stand in between the bodies of 2 of the assassins. And just, keep glancing around and make sure that I'm not missing anybody that's lying in wait.
Seems like this area of town, there's people kind of, a good ways back, a good 30 or 40, they're giving this fight a good 30 or 40 feet of space. And there's a few of the braver folks of Whitesparrow peeking from behind barrels and at shop windows. But yeah, it does not seem like there's any other assailants making their way to you. All right. Nis, what are you going to do about this?
Nis sighs, holds out her hand. 3 magic darts fly out, striking the thug perfectly. Magic missile, 8 damage.
Ooh, and magic missile is basically cannot miss.
Cannot miss, folks.
So I don't think there's any chance of hitting Brindley Ottershot. So you're
Did I say it? Did I say it? Zip zop.
Zip, thank you. Reference acknowledged. You owe Regdar some
Royalties. Sure.
Yeah,
Fine.
he's on another plane, so it's hard to collect. All right, your 3 magic missiles kind of twist and turn through the little streets and hit the thug in the side of the head, and he collapses. He's dead.
Go back. He said
before he hits the ground. Brindley Ottershot drops to the ground, but is alive and
I
breathing.
used to love tax day. It was my
Very
favorite
heavily.
of days, and now I will always remember it with this bloodshed.
All right, you, as far as you can tell, you are out of danger. You are mechanically out of combat. What would you like to do next?
So Nyasa's outfit, it's kind of black leather armor with a kind of hoodie. It's a bit murder goth, but she speaks a word and her outfit turns into a very nice dress.
Oh.
So she looks very unthreatening.
So just to remind you all, you have not previously, I think, made the acquaintance of any of these strangers who have come to this situation. So it's you and several presumably helpful / semi-competent strangers and Brindley Ottershot standing around. There's what? I count 7 corpses in the center.
That's why I'm going for something slightly more, approachable.
Threatening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have glamored armor, sort of active camouflage.
Get you an assassin who can do both.
Not an assassin.
Denala, would you like to do anything?
I'm going to wave slightly awkwardly at the other people who helped me attack these strange assassins, or in Nyasa's case, who started the fight, and I just piled on.
Nis is going to look around warily, knowing that she is a lizard folk in a human village, but sort of non-threateningly come forward to check on Brindley Ottershot and make sure that he's okay.
Well,
So it's just,
we're all elves. I mean, we're all outsiders here.
all right. Okay.
I will
and-
say there's a variety of different types of creatures, especially a half elf is pretty far from an elf.
And
halfway
Nis
from an
turns to the other 3 adventurers and says, "Wow, what a week!"
and
And
it's
it's
only
only
Wednesday.
Thank you. See, we paid it off, Tony. It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, lizard.
Oh, the lizard folk use a different sort of calendar.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
This
I
is the
consider it-
last day of our week.
Oh,
Oh,
intriguing.
how was the rest of it?
Oh, so much fording through swamps to get here. Oh, the lizard folk do not live in a convenient location.
Well,
Enough about me.
thank
and my
you.
problems.
Thank you all for your help. It was most appreciated. I fear Brindley sort of stands up and he's trying to brush off his robes, but like there's definitely some blood there that's not coming
Can't brush
out.
that blood
Yeah.
off. No.
Yeah, he's
Not
got
all
a
hairs.
pretty good head wound going too. So he's he's okay,
Staggering.
but he's
A little unsteady.
he's
He's
not
like holding the wall
Yeah.
as he gets up.
he's not a seasoned adventurer.
This is
This
most
took a lot out of him.
discomforting. That was 4 of my best guardsmen, and I'll have to report this to Lord Whitesparrow, I'm sure.
What happened? Why did they attack?
I couldn't say. They said something about a gift, but that was not any gift I would be keen to receive.
What about Gloom? Did he not say something about Gloom?
Yes, that's rather interesting. Gloom is just a bedtime story they tell the children at the Assassin's Guild to scare them. Or so I've heard. They were said to be a particularly deadly assassin who worked decades ago, if they even existed at all. The phrase "people didn't live to tell the tale" is very appropriate for Gloom. Folk just turned up dead, and their calling card was a complete lack of calling cards. Nobody knows anything about them.
Excuse me, new friend. By definition, would not all assassins be deadly?
Only if they're successful.
And
Sorry.
as we can see today, some of them are not so successful.
Indeed, indeed.
Not that I have any knowledge of such things.
Hmm.
Well, again, thank you for your assistance. It was most welcome. I must.
Can we take you to some sort of healer in this village? Do you have a healer you may use?
I think.
May I use one as well?
I think I'd best just go back to Whitesparrow
He
Keep.
also punched me in the stomach, and it hurts a
I
lot.
imagine, yes, it seemed like he was particularly a burly man. I think I'd best just return
Yes, he
to
tasted
Whites-
very bitter.
Yes, perhaps just best go back to Whitesparrow Keep.
So Brinley Ottershot is looking to go home. It might
Would
be.
you like us to escort you?
There you go. Thanks, Rosemary.
Yes.
I don't know if any of you need to do anything in this crime scene before you you do that. But it's
Yes,
up to you.
I think we
I-
let us see if there's information on the bodies of these thugs.
See if there are any handy letters.
Yeah,
that's-
or daggers with
instructions.
initials in them.
Daggers,
Yeah.
yes.
No, I
Did they
can't
leave
I,
a calling card of some sort.
Why
I
don't you
picked
give
them all
me,
up.
if anyone wants to search one of the
Yep.
the assassins' bodies, give me a quick investigation check.
I'd like to help with that.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, I
This is
have,
doing one,
I
and
rolled an 18 on the investigation.
16 from Nis. Nis will look at the guy that she killed.
Okay, Briar, Denella, anything?
17, and I'll look at
All right,
I'll
you're
look
okay.
at the pile in front of me.
I'll just stand on the one I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Or
I
between the
rolled
ones.
very poorly, so I don't know if there are any left.
You can supervise the.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Over there more.
Yeah,
All right.
over there.
So, Nyasa, you are looking through the pockets of one of the assassins that you and Briar took down. The assassin has a surprising amount of gold to just be walking around with, a pouch of 45 gold pieces,
I'll spend it on
and
daggers.
also in that pouch, a ruby decent sized ruby that you would imagine is worth a good 50 gold pieces. And that ruby is scribed with an elven glyph. That seems very unusual.
I believe multiples
Denali-
of us speak Elfish.
Denala, you found the exact same thing in yours, 45 gold pieces, 50 gold piece ruby with an elven glyph. Nis, you found the same, but in addition, Nis, you found, just get that right here, you found a very tiny little piece of parchment written in kind of a neat handwriting, revealing that someone known as Gloom hired these assassins, or would-be assassins, to attack those loyal to Lord Whitesparrow, specified that it needed to happen in broad daylight. Looking at the bodies, each of these thugs has a kind of a red teardrop tattooed on their face, which might have some kind of significance. If any of you want to roll history checks on the tattoos, on the rubies with glyphs, anything like that, feel free to.
21 on history.
And which thing did you want to know about?
The tattoo on the face.
You know that tattoo is the symbol of someone who has gone to prison for murder.
I will have a look at the ruby. Do I have
right.
advantage on this roll?
I would say so.
I'd like to help with that.
So why don't you roll with advantage?
I rolled a natural 20. I think I know what it is.
Yes. Well, obviously you speak Elven, so you have no trouble with that. It's the Elvish glyph means blood, but you specifically know the history of that, which is that such rubies were once used by the elves of a fallen nation long ago to pay for murder, and are kind of considered culturally forbidden. You also know from that 20 that the gold coins in that purse are of Elven make. And are stamped with some Elven symbols. You know, they're valuable just for their physical property of being made of gold, but the kind of symbols on them indicate that they are quite ancient, so probably something that has not really been in circulation in a century.
Starting to look pretty bad for an Elven assassin. Good thing there's none of them.
Yeah, it does not look good.
Yes.
Vanilla would just like to adjust her hair to hide her slightly pointy ears.
So Tony, so Nis has read the parchment and has this moment of insight and decides, well, you can decide how insightful it is and if I have to roll something, but Nis wants to look around after reading about the broad daylight and see, she's just going to look around the perimeter here just to see, is somebody watching?
Give me a quick perception check.
Alas, it is only a 5.
Seems relatively quiet. The people of Whitesparrow are starting to kind of creep back into the town, into the road, see what's going on now that things have been quiet for a couple moments.
This is concerned that somebody might be verifying this assassination, which has now failed. I don't know.
Yeah, Denala, seeing that Nis is looking around slightly worriedly, would also like to roll a perception and scored 9.
Similar. It seems like things are relatively quiet. There's a lot of, there's now a lot of people around, so there are people around. You don't see anyone particularly suspicious.
You wouldn't see them.
Briar is bored, so she asks Nis, what does it say?
Oh, Nis relays the information that these are assassins. That's a great word. There's lots of S
lizard
in there. They're paid. I relay all that information that Tony said was on the parchment. They're assassins hired to kill him in broad daylight.
Specifically, they were hired to kill anyone loyal to Lord
Whitesparrow, and the tax collector is a great example of that. And that we should, and then Nis relays that we should also definitely stay with him. And he's not only injured but under potential assault, and so we should take him where he needs to go.
Denala would like to mention that we do just look more than slightly loyal to Lord Whitesparrow now, so we should probably, be on guard, watch our backs.
I agree.
All right, and so you accompany Brindley Ottershot to, I'm going to just flip you back to the map of Whitesparrow for a second. That's just a visual map. Up the hills to Whitesparrow Keep, which is just a short walk outside of Whitesparrow proper. You are, I don't know if any of you have been to Whitesparrow Keep before. Perhaps this is your first time, but it's kind of in between just a big, nice house and it's got a little bit in terms of some battlement and tower fortifications. But is it a castle mansion or just the smallest of castles? Hard to say. But it does look well guarded. There are several guards kind of watching the main door. Doesn't have a moat or anything like that, but does seem recently relatively well protected. They are somewhat shocked to see Brindley Ottershot without the company of the 4 guards he left in, and the 4 of you, though I'm presumably you advanced in a way that suggests that you are not threatening to him and he doesn't look like he's in trouble. And you are all ushered into basically a large foyer, vestibule type area, where Lord Marlin Whitesparrow, Lord and Regent of the town of Whitesparrow, appears to greet you and thank you for saving his trustworthy servant from murder. And to play that Regent, please welcome to the podcast, Dan Morin.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much for rescuing my dedicated Lord Chamberlain. Brindley, I hope you have not felt too many ill effects. We will have the cleric of the house see to you immediately and see to your injuries. And Brindley is ushered off. And Marlin turns to the rest of you and says, I appreciate all your help in this matter. Obviously, I heard news of the attack as fast as the courier could make it. This is most worrying. Did you have any information about these people?
Well, sir, this seems to be no ordinary attack. This seems to have been a paid assassination. Do you know of anything that could have brought such a contract down upon you?
I'm told all assassins are paid. That's my understanding of what it means to be an assassin, I hear.
And deadly.
And deadly, indeed. Well, it's not the first, I must admit, not the first threat I've heard in recent days. I got a note a few days ago.
And Lord Marlin pulls out a note. It's still got the dagger that was presumably delivered with it.
Initials on it.
Not one of
Does it have a G
initials on it?
This is a
So it's a
blank-
big
One of those
G.
unmarked. Is it an unmarked dagger?
Yeah, no, this got a big black letter G in the hilt.
Oh, okay.
The serial
it's been
number was
filed
filed
off.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he holds up the note for you. You can see on the piece of parchment, it just says, "Leave your nephew alone at the white gnarled tree, or we will kill 5 of your servants each week."
Your nephew.
How many
Yes,
servants
so-
do you have?
I assume they are referring to my only nephew, Pennon, who is also my heir. So, needless to say, I'm a bit concerned for his safety. I've made sure that he is well secured at the moment, but the fact that they clearly made good on their threat does bring me no small amount of consternation.
Can we speak to him? Perhaps he would have some idea of why this might be happening if he's named in this.
I'm afraid I simply cannot allow that at present. It is far too risky. I prefer to keep his location known to as few people as possible.
Would it be possible to see this note? To hold it in my hands and see if I
See
can
it? Can you see
anything.
it? See the note? See it?
Yeah, he's got it right there. He
Yeah,
hands it
please,
over.
no.
Yeah,
please,
yeah,
please.
but can
I
he-
appreciate any insight you can give me.
Okay. And so I would like to examine the note and see if I can tell anything about it.
Yeah, give me perception, investigation, something like that.
22.
You notice that it is the same kind of neat handwriting as the note that Nis took off of the head assassin in the back in the street. Would there anything else that you would be trying to learn about it? 22 is really good. I just don't know what you would know about a note. You would know probably, you've been in town a little bit long enough that you would know that the white gnarled tree is kind of a local landmark. It's on a little hill in a bog outside the village. So it's a little, as far as places to go in and around Whitesparrow that have a name, it's a landmark. You don't think it has any particular significance beyond that.
Back when I was a kid, my friends and I always used to hang out at the Gnarled White Tree. It was the hip place to be.
Nis asks him if he has had any issues with elves recently, because we believe that perhaps there were signs of elvish construction in the accoutrements of the assassins.
Well, not to my knowledge. I get along famously with the elves. There are several in the town of Whitesparrow, and I don't think you'll find any of them have anything bad to say about my treatment of the town. I resent the implications, sir.
What do I roll to detect his fact that he's a filthy lying liar pants?
This is insight.
21.
I think I think his response was that of a politician, in that he does not want to be seen as racist against elves, but has no specific qualms with any elves in particular. So though you think his response was insincere, he was not really directly lying any more than a politician lies all the time.
Right.
So
Got it.
He's breathing.
It was
He's lying.
lies, but not suspicious lies. How's that?
Right.
How's that?
Whatever,
I think for
whatever
21,
he's
you get
racist against,
yeah.
it's not elves. It's probably lizard folk, really.
Yeah. I mean, you're in his foyer, so,
That's
he
true.
doesn't seem to
That's
be
true.
recalling in horror.
You didn't have to wait outside.
That's
yeah.
nice.
So,
He's open-minded.
I think with 21, you get a lot of subtlety to the insight. And
All right.
hey, you actually used insight to discern the true meaning of someone talking to you, and not to try and do something else with it.
It's a
which
first
is
for me.
unusual.
Insight is
Yeah,
the
it's
rope of
first for you.
skills.
So we must ask ourselves, what is going on here in Whitesparrow? Who is this gloom that threatens the peace and sanctity of this town? Are you all in danger now? And what of the heir, one Pennon Whitesparrow? Are his days numbered? For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time to Total Party Kill. Unless you're listening to the Bootlegger live stream, in which case we're going to play more D&D very soon after a short break.
If his days are numbered, this one is numbered for Wednesday.
That's not how numbers work.
Live
In the
stream, I
lizard
think-
folk calendar, we do not have names for our days. They are merely numbers.
This is day one.
Mm.
No, this is day.
We're learning a lot of
this is the
lizard
last
folk
day.
This
culture.
is day 6, the final day of the 6-day week.
Jason, just remember, everything you say about lizard folk is
It's
canonical,
canon.
because we have a limited set.
Write it all down.
Yeah. Yep.
Wait till you find out why Nis is in Whitesparrow. That's going to be great.
Oh. Dan, you want to take us offline? We will be back in a few 5 to 10 minutes live stream.
Yeah, we're going to take a little brief break to refresh.
Little break. Then some more D&D.
We'll be
Yeah.
back. Bye.